What's up, my millionaires, billionaires, trillionaires that's entering this crypto space? I welcome you to this channel. Listen, XRP was at $1.12 for the past couple of days. It's at $1.20. The article already says XRP appears already for a price breakout. What I'm going to tell you is XRP already broke out at these prices before. It reached $3.84. What you guys want to know and what I want to know is when we are going to shoot the $10. When are we going to shoot the 20? When are we going to shoot to 100? We know XRP is possible, like it can do that. All right. I'm not going to make these videos and telling you guys, oh, it's another breakout. XRP is going to reach. No. What, $1.60? We seen those numbers. We seen $2. We seen $3. Okay. We want to see the real outcome. We know Egypt just joined up with Ripple. We know all these major banks are lining up with Ripple. Okay. XRP. We hold the standard. We hold the golden standard, which is XRP. Okay? We all just have to stay bullish. So I'm going to play this video, and it's going to show you guys cryptocurrency is the now and the future.
Ether headed for its best month since April. Bitcoin is well above the July lows of about $29,000. However, not able so far to sustain levels above $50,000. For more, let's bring in Slow Ventures venture partner and Open Money Initiative co-founder Jill Gunter. Jill, great to see you this morning. We could talk about the price action and why Ethereum might be benefiting a little more right now, I guess. And what do you think it reflects right now in terms of this massive shakeout we've had this year, just in the prices in terms of the underlying level of activity?
Yeah, well, as you say, there's been a rebound across the board, and Ethereum does seem to be benefiting more than some of the others, certainly more than some of the others in the long tail of altcoins. You know, Ethereum has a big upgrade that's coming down the pipes that will change a lot of the dynamics around it, that will make it more green. That's obviously been a big narrative around cryptocurrencies this year, but it's also just seeing a lot of demand in terms of use. You know, we're seeing a resurgence of the NFT craze, which has been a lot of fun to follow and ride this year. And every time there's a transaction in one of these NFTs, that demands the payment of a fee in Ethereum. And so a lot of it is actually more fundamentally driven and less speculative than one might expect as an outside observer.
Well, you called it a craze and you said it's fun. So let's talk a little bit about what the NFT phenomenon is really all about. Non-fungible tokens being utilized a lot, at least getting attention a lot for just essentially people buying images, spending a lot of money in these auctions for these digital images. And obviously a lot of critics of crypto who kind of say, what purpose does this all serve, are pointing to this area. My view is if you don't consider it an asset, if you consider it something you just buy, people buy lots of, non-useful stuff all the time. But how should we be thinking about this?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, it's not hard to draw parallels to whether it's baseball cards or Pokemon cards or Beanie Babies of the past. But, NFTs, a lot of people say, oh, this is going to be the future of art. I think the reality of what's going on right now, though, is that people are having fun with it. People view it as a form of entertainment. Again, as with those assets like baseball cards and Beanie Babies that I mentioned earlier, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's a speculative bubble, however. People talk about, oh, millennials spent money on experiences. Well, guess what? Gen Z is spending money on their portfolios, whether it's of meme stocks or NFTs. Those two things kind of go in the same bucket, hand in hand. And this is a way of having identity, of signaling. And I think that those are very real social phenomena that you can't discount. They make people feel a certain way. They make people feel a sense of belonging to a certain group. It's social signaling. And again, those are all very real. You look at major fashion brands of the world, they're based upon social signaling and identity. And there is very material market cap there, right? And no one talks about Birkin bags being a speculative bubble.
Jill, when you look at gold, and I mean actual physical gold, we've seen gold futures, the price of gold move higher over the past week or so, in part because of those terrorist attacks in Afghanistan and the strikes and everything that's played out. And I realize the U.S. is not there with a military presence anymore as of yesterday, but it does speak to geopolitical uncertainty in general right now, and also I would imagine in a place like Afghanistan, ever-increasing need for ways to move money around as well, given the situation, the potential humanitarian crisis that's emerging there on the ground. I wonder how that plays out for cryptocurrency, especially because we've had so much debate back and forth on whether it is digital gold.
Yeah, and never in my life did I think I would be talking about NFTs and humanitarian crises in the same breath, but it does speak to the range and the breadth of utility and use cases that cryptocurrency is just starting to demonstrate. And so, it's a big transition to make, but it is true that cryptocurrency also is seen as and is demonstrating in some small pockets of the world its utility as this global currency, as a censorship-resistant currency. I know CNBC put out a great report earlier this week on some of the utility, the pockets of utility that Bitcoin specifically is seeing in a place like Afghanistan, where people are, figuring out how to navigate this crisis, where they don't have access to the banking system, where they're trying to figure out how to bring their goods with them and their assets with them. That's a lot of what I've done work on in the context of the Open Money Initiative. And again, I don't want to overstate it. This is not everyone who is doing this. There are vast swaths of people who, even if they know about cryptocurrency, don't have access to the appropriate infrastructure. But the fact that it is seeing some utility in this way, I think is very meaningful and very powerful for what it could entail in the future.
Yeah, real world instance of that utility. Jill, great to check in with you. Thanks very much.
Thanks so much.